And action! Welcome to the Grande Parade 2025. It's great to be here in Anoka. I'm Steven Spielberg.
And I'm your favorite director, George Lucas.
In all seriousness, I'm Seamus Burke. With me here is Anoka's beat reporter, Billy Austin. It is a grand day in Anoka indeed. Hey, one of our Jurassic Park residents got out. We're excited to be here. I'm excited to be back on QCTV for the first time since June. I'm excited to be back with Billy.
We've missed you so much, Steven.
I know.
My goodness.
And we're here on Emmy Award-winning QCTV. That's a big deal. Shout out to our producer, Corey Lang.
One bar under the Oscar. We are coming for you.
We're coming for the Oscars next. We just got to get that film made, right? Between the two of us, we should be able to figure it out.
I think so. Either in this decade or the next.
One of these days. Well, it is a great day here in Anoka. It is a little brisk, but it's lovely. The crowd is fantastic. Didn't depress turnout at all. The rain stopped, so here we go.
We are here. And before we get started, we actually had a great opportunity to sit down with an Anoka alumni who has put together a couple of these parades himself. Chuck Wallace is who we have in store to interview.
Local legend, and we have an interview with Chuck right now.
All right. Thank you, George and Steven. We are now here with Anoka alumni, Chuck Wallace. Chuck, thank you so much for stopping by the booth here. Look, for people who don't know, what is your history here at Anoka, and then what did you end up doing? What kind of career did you end up doing?
Well, I worked with the Anoka Marching Band for 14 years and 5 different band directors, and then I judged the Halloween parade a couple of years. And then, did the field shows and everything with the marching band.
Yeah, and then you ended up going out of state a little bit, putting together some of the biggest events in the nation. Why don't you tell us
I've worked with Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, the Tournament of Roses. This will be my 37th Tournament of Roses this year. We now do the Phoenix Fiesta Bowl. I work with a parade company called Upbeat Parade Productions out of San Jose, California. So they produce about 40 parades in California throughout the year.
Oh, that is incredible, including the Rose Bowl parade,
right.
Which is what being a football fan, that's the one that stands out to me, and the Fiesta Bowl parade. And just an incredible career. Thank you so much for coming back to town for the Grande Parade today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what this parade means to you and what brings you back here to Anoka?
Well, I actually live in Coon Rapids. I travel back and forth to California quite a bit, but my first parade was back in 1960. Now I just aged myself. But, that was a great time. And my you know, I've been coming to this parade since I was 1 year old. We lived right on Main Street at the time, so it was an easy watch.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. And so when you watch the parade today, what would you say is kind of the biggest changes that you've seen since your time at
Well,
Anoka High
right
School?
now, having all the barricades out on the streets, right in downtown Anoka, people can actually almost go to the center of the street now and watch the parade, so it gives you a lot more coverage of where people can stand. And when I came into town about an hour ago, it was already wall-to-wall people downtown, so...
Yeah, it's incredible, the crowd that this brings. I'm sure even the crowd size since your time has grown immensely.
Right.
And I think the number is always estimated about 50 to 60,000 people. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's an amazing parade. And this is one thing that I noticed. This is the only parade where the visiting towns actually decorate their floats and their royalty or ambassadors to suit the festival that they're in.
Wow.
Which is pretty amazing, and you'll notice that during the parade, but that's kind of a main thing with Anoka Halloween, too.
Great. Well, Chuck, before we let you go, is there any other tidbits you'd love to share with us about the parade, or even about maybe something people don't think about when it goes into planning a big event like this?
Well, for any parade, it takes hours and hours, sometimes thousands of hours to produce, get the information out, the mailing, getting all the permits done, working with the city crews, your Parks Department, Public Works, Fire, Police, Emergency Services. So to get them all on the same page, it takes an awful lot of work.
Absolutely, and we do not want that work to go unrecognized here. This is truly one of the biggest events in the state, and if not the country, when it comes to Halloween here at the Halloween capital of the world. So thank you very much, Chuck.
Thank you.
It
was a pleasure.
Yeah, absolute pleasure for us. Thank you. Now we're going to throw it back here to Stephen and George at the parade.
Hey, thanks, Billy. Great interview. It's fascinating to hear perspective on parades from someone who's done so many massive parades. And an Anoka legend.
And an Anoka legend, one of many here in the city today. My goodness, we are in for a big one. Where are we right now, Seamus?
We just had the floats that have gone by so far. Legion Riders, Sons of Anoka, and the Anoka American Legion Post have just gone by while we were in that interview here.
A lot of great costumes so far. Those Legion Riders.
The Legion Riders, yeah, I don't know if we had Nat audio over that, but that was incredibly loud, but incredibly cool to see those bikes and the gentlemen and ladies that were representing the American Legion there. And someone had a fully decked out Joker motorcycle. I don't know if you saw that with the costumes and everything. It's pretty cool. All right, we've got the Metro Marine Color Guard here, coming down here right behind the golf carts.
Yes, the U.S. Marine Corps Veterans Organization working with active U.S. Marines and recruiting Toys for Tots, delayed entry Marine recruits, and any other assistance that they can lend to the Marine mission.
It's great to see them out here with us today. And that is a really cool float they have. Popcorn. That's what we should have done. Popped a bunch of popcorn. And there's their color guard as well. The few the proud. My grandfather was in the Marine Corps. And we got people giving us candy. This is the best part of the day. It's all the candy we rack up.
The best part of parades and being on set.
Exactly.
That is totally enormous.
Exactly.
Their costumes are awesome.
What
Nothing better than a slice of pizza.
Nothing better. One of these days, we got to get the QCTV to get a float. We've got our van in the parade today, but we got to get a float one of these days.
Yes, like this one from Rise and Shine. Garage doors.
Oh, and they've got a dog with them, too. That is the star of the parade already. I don't know if the folks at home can hear that, but Bob FM Total Country is just past us here as well.
Yes, one of the parade sponsors who have been doing a tremendous job promoting this event on the radio.
Look at all those chickens. And the dogs. Next year we're bringing our dogs. And
Connectus Energy is in the house. Oh, thank you.
We just got coupons from Uber.
I bet you these coupons would cover from going from the start of the parade to the end of the parade.
Yes, you could. That's one way to get from A to B.
Wow. This float from Connexus Energy is truly one of a kind. And the candy from Rise and Shine is also unlimited.
One of my favorite stories that we did here on QCTV was Connexus Energy has their big solar field out in Ramsey. And a couple years ago, Winter and I went out there, excuse me, and they were using sheep to maintain their solar field rather than using mowers and things like that. They just had sheep come out and graze. And it was super, super fun. It was super interesting. The folks out at Connexus are big supporters of a bunch of local events here and big supporters of and fans of and friends of QCTV. So always happy to see them. And if you haven't seen that story, check it out on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/QCTV. And while you're there, go ahead and like and subscribe and all that other stuff that I used to tell you to do.
And now Invent is here with us, assuming they have something to do with ventilation. Just a hunch.
And they've got a Minecraft-themed float. One of the biggest box office successes this year is the Minecraft movie. It's a fun fact for our friends at home, if you're a box office nerd like I am.
It was a picture that truly took over the summer last year.
Absolutely. And Blockbuster was, the term was coined for Steven Spielberg's film Jaws, when people would line up around the block to see the movie.
Was that one of yours?
Yeah, it sure was.
Ghostbusters?
Oh, Ghostbusters, no. The director of that is on the tip of my tongue. It's one of the gentlemen that's in the movie, and I can't think of his name. It's not Bill Murray. And here's the Minecraft float. Little creeper looking at us here. Name of the character, not a description.
No, that was an Enderman.
Oh, gosh. Shows what I know.
Does he even watch cinema?
I do. From time to time. Got a couple Slimers on the Ghostbusters float here. And Twin Cities Eye Consultants going by, giving out some candy from their truck as well.
And some reusable bags. I could use one of those.
I can never have enough of those. And here,
oh my goodness,
we've got a Harry Potter themed float from Twin Cities Eye. And this is really quite impressive. They've got a life-size Buckbeak here and almost life-size Hagrid, it seems. And some Gryffindors waving to us in the float as well. Giant pumpkins that I think may be real.
Well, Harry sure did need Twin Cities eyesight, I'll tell you.
Yes, he did. Famous glasses wearer, Harry Potter.
And now Volunteers of America, at least that's what the van says, with the Minions on the side.
Banana. Indeed, banana. And here comes some Minions following.
Oh, it's of course the Homestead
right
at Anoka's van. That who do great work for our veterans.
Yes, indeed. And you've worked with them a few times before, is that right?
I have a great organization with a great cause and an incredible campus. That area of Anoka is surely a treasure.
Here we've got a great float. We've got Ideal Air and their biohazard float here. That's impressive. I wonder how they have that little fountain of grotesqueness working
They got
there.
really creative with those balloons.
They did. That's awesome. Wouldn't want to be those guys right now. I bet there's some folks who may wake up after Halloween in a similar state, partying too hard. Now approaching the QCTV tent, air comfort, heating and air conditioning. The gigantic ghost pumpkin atop their van.
With some more skeletons trolling behind them. Don't want to find those in your air conditioning.
No, that's usually a bad thing. Usually a bad thing. But they've got all the gear. Looks like they're the guys to call if you want to replace your air filter.
And another one of your Jurassic Park
Absolutely.
actors.
Life finds a way,
Following.
as they say. Life finds a way to help you replace your heating and air conditioning.
And of course, all of our skeleton floats are combined with our amazing skeleton graphics.
Yeah, our
You should keep
graphics-
an eye out for more of those.
Our graphics team has been doing a great job, and we've got more surprises for you graphics-wise. And here's the Anoka Cannabis Company,
Yes.
opening in December, is that correct?
Yes. Stay tuned for next month's Live and Local Anoka in November, where we'll have an exclusive story with the store manager
That's
on
right.
the grand opening of the Anoka Cannabis Company.
And they look to have a little shop of horrors theme going. If you're not familiar with that, directed by Frank Oz, who played Yoda in a few of your films, Mr. Lucas,
Oh, yes.
and the first municipal cannabis dispensary for sure in the States, if not in the country. Is that right, Billy?
We think so. We nobody has claimed otherwise in the country, so we will take the claim here in Anoka.
Always breaking ground. And hey, here
And
we have
there-
some familiar faces. We got Pat Cook and Ryan Mush-Pierce from QCTV and our QCTV mobile production van.
And here is Karen George, who, without her, none of this would be possible.
Executive Director.
Accompanied with
QCTV,
Taylor
George.
Swift, of all people.
AKA our own Winter Kuharski, giving out QCTV fans. So if you're a fan of QCTV, let us know, drop a comment, share this video, and make sure people know about all the great things that we're producing here at QCTV. And look at those fans are popular. Doing that a
Davey Tree Care from Plymouth, Minnesota. Excellent inflatables.
Excellent inflatables, great chrysanthemums.
You know.
And they've got their big
Huge
tree
truck.
trimming cherry picker truck behind them here as well. I have to say, I have a little chrysanthemum envy. I planted a whole bunch, and none of them survived. So, perks of being a homeowner, Billy, something to look forward to.
Yes, sir. And now we go to Carts on.
Carts on Parade from Ace Solid Waste. And we got some creative decorations on these as well. I see Barbie, I see an Ace, playing cards, French fries, Top Gun.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Milkshake. That's awesome.
They sure know how to have a good time.
And-
With their big box truck behind them.
Yep. Big box truck from Ace Solid Waste.
Now, who is this in the Mustang behind him?
Looks like we've got the Celebrity Grand Marshal, Paul P.T. Thomas. 2025 Celebrity Grand Marshal in the pumpkin orange Mustang. And we've got Pennywise in the passenger seat there. And that again is Celebrity Grand Marshal Paul P.T. Thomas.
Yes, and now for Grand Marshal Chief Eric Peterson.
Chief Eric Peterson on a skeleton decked Jeep there. The bloody handprints are a nice touch. I think that really elevates the whole vibe there. And here we have Anoka Halloween President and Anoka Halloween Vice President riding on the back of their truck there. Anoka Halloween, great friends of QCTV. One of my first times, if not my very first time hosting Live and Local, was in their Anoka Halloween store in downtown Anoka. If you have not checked that out, you absolutely should.
Yes, and following closely behind them is the 2025 Royal Ambassadors for this year's festivities.
Be sure to tune in to QCTV later tonight for the Royal Ambassador coronation, one of our favorite traditions here at QCTV. And for those folks at home counting, that is our first Thriller needle drop here. So YouTube copyright bots beware. We've got a lot of Thriller drops coming, and we're actually keeping track of them this year.
Royal Ambassadors Sydney Durong, Ava LeBlanc, and Barrett Allen.
Those are our Royal Ambassadors this year that you see there on the float. And again, tune in later tonight on QCTV for the Royal Ambassador coronation. Our executive director, Karen George, was Anoka Halloween.
Yes, she was.
Princess and Ambassador. And there's the program candidates here following closely behind. Always a pleasure to have the Royal Ambassadors here. They do Anoka proud.
Sure do, with all the great volunteer work that they put in throughout the year to make events like these happen.
Absolutely.
And now for the honored business of the year, Atlas Staffing.
Atlas Staffing. They're located just down the
25
road.
years they've been running.
And they're just down the road on Main Street here, right before you cross the river into downtown Anoka. And just behind is that you'll be able to see here is the 2025 Anoka Halloween preschool costume winners. Sure to see some excellent costumes as always. Another one of our favorite events on QCTV is the Big Parade of Little People. That was yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
You can check that out if you missed it. It's a great broadcast. It's adorable. Cutest parade in the entire country, probably, if not the world. Got another great costume winner here. And look at that recycling bin. That's awesome. Made all out of cardboard by the look of it. And it's got a fully articulated moving arm there.
Pam Bowman with the Anoka Recycling Board would be proud.
Yes, she would.
I can't make decisions by myself.
And Mayor Eric Skolquist is in the house.
Friend of the show, friend of QCTV.
Absolutely.
Dressed as the mayor of Halloween Town. Fitting, of course, for the mayor of the Halloween capital of the world.
I know.
Just behind him, Anoka Council member Sam Scott.
Sam Scott dressed as Beetlejuice.
Nice.
Seems to be a Tim Burton or Tim Burton adjacent theme here with the council. Love to see it, fellow director.
Yes, and behind Sam Scott is Councilmember Jeff Weaver.
Jeff Weaver in the vintage Anoka Tornadoes pickup truck there.
With a couple of firefighters, Waldo.
Found him! He's right there.
And new council member Heather Rodstad.
Sporting the green of the Anoka Cannabis Company.
Absolutely. One of the key players of getting that started.
Yes, indeed. And we were at the groundbreaking for the Anoka Cannabis Company earlier this year. You can check that out on QCTV if you're curious to learn more about that. Literally, the groundbreaking for a groundbreaking business.
Absolutely.
And here we have the 2025 Youth Citizenship Scholar winners, Noah Amon and Sarah Jensen. The back of this big Silverado 4x4 here. And just behind is the button sales winners for this year, 2025.
And if you haven't seen this year's button, it is truly one of a kind.
That's one of my favorite Anoka Halloween traditions is the button. And one of my favorite fun facts about the buttons is that in 1991, the year of that big Halloween blizzard, the button was all white. It was white out. And it was sheer coincidence, but it really, on that button, if you check it out, it looks like it's snowing. And again, just a coincidence, but very cool.
And the Medallion Hunt winners.
Medallion Hunt winners, another great Anoka tradition.
Sometimes takes days to find that medallion.
Yes, indeed.
And the button design winner just behind him, Alexander Bogey.
And he is all decked out with many buttons. He's got a big one on a chain there. Just looking good. And Anoka Halloween, if you don't know, is volunteer run. If you're interested in volunteering, there's information on how to do it right there on that beautiful vintage vehicle. We're lucky not only in Anoka to have such a great tradition, but so many great people who volunteer to make it happen. So thank you very much to Anoka Halloween and to all of the volunteers who made this whole festival, nationally renowned festival, possible.
And now for Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce chairperson, Tammy Wendt.
New chairperson of the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce, a longtime chair, Pete Turok, has retired, and Tammy Wendt is
President Pete Turok is stepping down, is being replaced by Nikki Calvin. Chairperson Tammy Wendt is not going anywhere.
Chairperson Tammy Wendt, friend of QCTV and friend of mine.
Take it away, Livin'.
Got some great live music here. First time we've had live music this parade.
From new Anoka nonprofit, the Livin' Foundation, fighting for suicide awareness and just overall mental health throughout our community. We will also have a featured story for the Livin' Foundation on next week's Live and Local.
It's a great
Anoka.
cause. Be sure to stay tuned for that. It's going to be a great story.
And here's the Anoka County Sheriff.
Oh, someone locked up in the back of the car, too. Wouldn't want to be them.
Looks like they finally caught Ryan Mush.
And we've got the Anoka County Sheriff Office fan boat here. Quite impressive.
My dog Biscuit finally got caught in the back of that one. They're big river boats, which is a unique tool in their arsenal. I've never actually seen it deployed, but I'm sure whoever it gets deployed on is in for a rough time.
We'll have to do a story on that. And Anoka Rotary here in this red convertible. Looking very smart. And Mr.
Now,
Lucas, here's a tune you're familiar with.
Yes. The better half of the Star Wars trilogy, because music is 50% of the story.
This is the Anoka Marching Band here.
Already next to us, Chuck Wallace has stood up to get a look at his original
old band. That was the Imperial March by the great John Williams from The Empire Strikes Back. And some great costumes in the marching band, as always. No surprises there. Following just behind is their truck. Moves all their gear, all their instruments. It's a big job. A lot of gear in these marching bands.
These bands are truly the life of the parade.
They really are fantastic. My school never had a marching band, and every time I see one, I kind of have my socks knocked off. They're really, really fantastic and a lot of talent. Here's the Anoka High School Theater Department here. The fall show in November. And they've got another skeleton. The moonroof of that car there. Oh, and it's probably not coming through on the audio here, but the Anoka High School Band is playing Thriller. So that could count as our number 2, but I'm not sure it's getting picked up over the audio.
If we hear it, we count it.
So here's the Anoka High School dance team as well.
We did just spotlight on the post. Wonderful piece that they did. Showing off some moves.
Yeah, showing off some great moves. Billy, you can do a flip like that, right?
Oh, maybe with a help of a couple of wires. And
Thriller
coming in
number
for the
3.
third time, Michael Jackson's Thriller.
We were saying before the show, there's a disturbing, almost frightening lack of Halloween songs. Thriller being, of course, the most famous, but I think you're an artist can make a lot of money writing a couple new Halloween songs.
The Grinch showing that he
Showing
can
some
also
moves.
dance.
And this is for the Toys for Joy, gathering toys for children in need in our area here. They do great work.
They absolutely do. One of the Anoka staple charitable programs that was founded in 1986. The Toys for Joy program assists families in the Anoka County area that are in need of not only during the holidays, but year-round as they begin providing services for all events, and they assist the families that may otherwise be unable to provide gifts and meals for their children.
And of course,
great organization here in Anoka.
We are lucky to have them, of course, Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus on that float as well.
Big sponsors of Toys for Joy, the Clauses.
Yeah, they sure are.
And now for the Anoka Middle School of the Arts Marching Band.
Great steady drum beat there from the Anoka Middle School Band.
And we are not quite at the final countdown, because up next is the Sauk Rapids.
Miss Sauk Rapids royalty here. We've got Kaylee, Lakin, and Allie, Sauk Rapids princesses this year.
Followed by the top-notch Twister teams closely behind them, showing off their moves.
And some colorful masks and cloaks.
Then those dancing skeletons are the Rising Phoenix Dance Center.
Dancing along with our skeletons here. These kids got some great moves here. And here we have Dahmer Construction Services. The gigantic Anoka A, billowing smoke and fog. for Anoka Tornadoes football, the touchdown club.
Don't forget, you can catch all Anoka touchdowns right here on QCTV.
Billy, that was a great organic plug. I could not have done it better myself.
All you have this entire time.
Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single game. All right, thank you, gentlemen. And the Anoka
Some
Touchdown
great
Club.
craft service here at the parade.
Exactly. They're kind enough to hook us up with some sweets as they pass by. And here we have the Cotco royalty. Excuse me there. On a beautiful corn-themed float.
Yeah.
You have Jane. We have Eva Borg, Emma Stanley.
As Liz and Jane Bennett.
From the film Pride and Prejudice, I believe.
Oh, and here we go. This next float might be my favorite.
We've got a gigantic BB-8, not a creation of yours, but certainly one of the most iconic Star Wars characters. And a great many folks in fantastic Star Wars costumes here. Here, get out there with them.
Absolutely. I feel like I should be leading this charge.
You absolutely should.
But I have about 4 billion reasons otherwise that I don't.
And that's the Minnesota Force Star Wars Club. I remember their float from last year. Really fantastic. And we got some waves for the maker, George Lucas himself, here from some of the folks on the Force Club Star Wars float. Got some great music from John Williams there as well. And we have Neighborhood Plumbing and Air Conditioning just behind, doing almost a trench run behind them, in a motorized bathtub. You'll see that it was in the last shot. There we go. Look at that. That looks like fun. That's what I got to do next year.
Looks like one of those, one of those buggies that Luke was riding in on Tatooine.
Sure does. Just like Beggar's Canyon back home. And there's a great float. Another great dog. Next year I want a dog counter. Let's file that away.
That must be the Anoka Pumpkin Expo winner, if I had to guess. Which I believe clocked in over 1,600 pounds, that pumpkin. This is all from my poor memory, so please don't hold me to that number.
Here we have the Oakview Middle School Marching Band from the great city of Andover, another QCTV member city. And they've got their black and gold and white Andover colors. A lot of great young talent out of Oakview Middle School there. That band sounds sharp.
Nice Captain Taco is the only guess I have for that costume.
There's a lot I love about this parade, but the costumes is an all-time highlight.
Now here's Keystone Builders with
Rather ominous Mike Myers from Halloween in the passenger seat there. And great costumes in their dumpster trailer. And just behind them, Keystone has their van. A lot of candy in the back of that van.
They are packing. And wow, a great interactive float behind them is the 1919 Classic American Root Beer float. Do you get it?
I sure do. This, I was at a wedding a couple weeks ago where they had 1919 root beer on tap, and it was delightful. Not a sponsor, but it's an organic plug. And they just left us a can.
We will take it.
We'll take it.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, 1919 root beer may have given us the best parade favor so far. And the bubbles coming off that floater are a really nice touch. Here we have Miss Bruton Royalty and their football float. We have Little Miss Bruton Alvine and Princess Skylar and Victoria. And Bonanza Valley Days in Brunton is July 10th, 11th, and 12th, 2026, for those looking for a good time in that part of the state. Just behind here, we have the fine folks at Minutemen Press in Anoka. Members of the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce, I believe, and friends of QCTV. And we got more bubbles on that float as well. Minutemen Press is veteran and family-owned printing services in the great city of Anoka.
Unbelievable. And towering behind them is Jake's Top-Notch Tree Services.
I have to say, I saw this float earlier. It's one of the most impressive I've seen. The How to Train Your Dragon Viking longboat that they've built, that I believe is made of real wood. It is absolutely massive. I'm not sure the scale of it is coming across on camera. It is so cool. And of course, Toothless the Dragon on the back there, giving us all a lovely, lovely draconic smile as he floats by.
And some Vikings trailing alongside of it.
That is truly one of the most impressive floats I've seen. Certainly this year, and last year too, even. We have the Vulcan crew behind on their vintage fire truck.
Thank you, guys.
We're getting handshakes from the Vulcans here at the QCTV booth. That is a great float. Great costumes. Imperial Order of Fire and Brimstone. Unrelated, but speaking of Vulcans, the Caribou here in Anoka is Star Trek themed today for Halloween, so wishing them live long and prosper.
Not as familiar with Star Trek.
Well, it's a different kind of Vulcan, I'll say that.
A little bit too clean for my sci-fi taste.
You go for more of that lived-in feel in Star Wars. Star Trek is nice and polished. And here we have the City of Princeton Royal Ambassador Program. Bubblegum pink, certainly striking color palette there. We have Princeton ambassadors Kelsey, Jaden, Kaylee, junior ambassadors Layla, Lucy, and Little Miss Princeton, Thea, and Grace aboard that float. That bright pink, bubblegum pink float. Lots of fun being had there.
And here's St. Louis Park with a particular float.
There's Parktacular happening in the summer. The great city of St. Louis Park.
Looks like they have an MTV 80s theme going here. Some live music performance.
And
Slash has made an appearance in the back.
As has Freddie Mercury. I'd say that float is parktacular. I'll give it to him. 10 out of 10, parktacular.
Oh yeah, they have a mashup with Bon Jovi, Legends of Rock, Queen, Madonna. Great ensemble of
A lot of fun.
80s music.
And we'll shout out our sister
Legend.
station, Park TV, while we're at it, covering all things St. Louis Park. Got top-notch thermals here with the Three Little Pigs themed float trailing behind. And we've got the Minnesota Husky huddle with the... I gotta say, these are some of the best marchers. Absolutely fantastic. A lot of good boys, a lot of good girls. No notes on the Huskies. Different Huskies than we're used to seeing here on QCTV. Usually talking about the Andover Huskies.
That is correct. Another Jurassic Park dinosaur.
That's right. We got the Blaine High School band here performing for us now. Oh, and guess what? That is another rendition of Michael Jackson's Thriller.
We're up to 4 now on the counter on the day. And another Waldo sighting.
No Monster Mash yet.
No, we had a discussion on if we'd hear more of it, but
We'll see. To be
Thriller
determined.
is blowing
Here we
it
have
out of the water.
the Foley ambassadors on their beautiful butterfly float. And they're promoting their Foley Fun Days in the great city of Foley. We got some more live music coming from the St. Francis Choir, or the St. Francis High School Madrigal Singers. Let's see if we can listen in there on those beautiful voices. They sound great. And around the QCTV tent here, we got some great costumes.
Great costumes from the big parade of little people.
Just ahead, we have Realty One Group. Just a little ways away from us here yet. As a recent home buyer myself, I can say real estate agents are a game changer and are incredibly, incredibly helpful. This is our first Ghostbusters needle drop of the day so far.
Surprised we didn't hear it with the car before.
I know. That was a
But
great car.
Better late than never.
Better late than never. They're all decked out in fantastic black and gold metallics there. Looks like
Great
this
sweatsuits.
house they're selling maybe just a little bit haunted. That again
Great
is
big team of people.
fine folks at Realty One Group out here with us today.
Oh, and right on cue behind them is the Ghostbusters with a bigger Ghostbusters float.
got the Ecto 1 commercial vehicle leading the way. And this is from Glenwood Waterma. We have on the float Queen Layla, Princess Carly, Princess Taylor, Junior Queen Etta, and Junior Princess Karina. Again, dressed up like the iconic Ghostbusters. Slimer and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man there. A lot of fun. Following on just behind here, another Bubblicious candy Willy Wonka themed float from Wilmer Fests.
And
We have here Queen of Festivals Kayla, Princess Julia, International Princess Audrey, Junior Prince Gabe, and Junior Princess Sierra. That is a fantastic Willy Wonka themed float there. Giant golden ticket on the back. And here we have the Lorax from the city of Farmington and the Farmington Ambassador Program.
With some of the most animated performers of the day.
Absolutely. We have Miss Ambassadors Claire, Caitlin, and Riley. Junior Ambassadors Ari, Kate, and Violet from the city of Farmington there. That's great.
All completely bought into their characters. You'll love to see it.
And they're celebrating Farmington Top the Tater Days, 4th weekend in June. Great festival, Top the Tater Days. And here we have Aquanet hairspray themes from Tafoya Salon.
Just got a crunchy thrown at me.
Scrunchy.
Probably the first and only time I'll say that.
Yeah, you'll need that for your long, luxurious gray hair. Here we have Little Miss Delano just behind. And behind that, we've got Jam Hops. Jam Hops Dance Company.
Yes, a partner of Anoka Ramsey and an Anoka Area Chamber member.
Great program that we have profiled a couple of times on QCTV, I believe.
Do great work, great charitable work, too.
They sure do. And we've got great dance performance here. We've got Pac-Man, sodas, emojis, and more from the fine folks at Jam Hops. Coming up just behind, we have the Gaylord Royal Ambassadors. And that is Miss Gaylord Layla, Gaylord Princess Hope, and Gaylord Princess Lacey. And the 100-acre wood themed float.
Wonderfully dressed float.
And their Gaylord Extravaganza is coming up the 2nd weekend of August next year. If you're looking to find your sparkle, you can find it at Fringe Salon, locally owned, small town feel, cutting edge styles, and the latest trends. Great, another bright pink float there.
Now from the city of Hanover,
we have the
Little City on the Crow float.
We've got Miss Hanover, Kayla, Hanover Princess Haley, celebrating their festival in August. And on a Mario Kart themed float too, one of my all-time favorite games. You Mario guy?
Absolutely.
Who isn't?
Who isn't?
And I like this detail that you'll see on the back here. They've got a banana hanging off. I'd watch out if I was the next float. You might spin out. At least it's not a red shell.
Or a blue shell.
Even worse. Following Hanover.
Behind them is Da Vinci Academy.
Da
with
Vinci
a
Academy of Arts and Science.
Wonderful dragon-themed floats.
Got more bubbles there. That seems to be a trend this year, but I like it. And we got the student council riding behind, under the guard of that fearsome-looking dragon. And of course, more folks giving out candy. Great day to have a sweet tooth.
And on that note, just a friendly reminder to always brush your teeth. And coming in hot is the Armstrong High School Marching Band.
Let's take a listen.
Robbinsdale Armstrong High School Marching Band. Always include Robbinsdale.
Very nice flag work there from our friends at Robbinsdale Armstrong. Excellent. Great talent there from those musicians. Little drumline action. Following the band there, we've got Centerpoint Energy. And they seem to have a haunted spider-webbed digger there.
We are going back to the Halloween theme of floats. Always love seeing it. Justin Jefferson handing out candy.
Another 80s themed floats following that. Back to the 80s.
Josh Carmeth.
The Hutchinson royalty. And they're looking forward to their their water carnival, excuse me, not winter carnival, in the city of Hutchinson. Got some jailbirds here from the defeat of Jesse James in the great city of Northfield, Minnesota. Great piece of history.
Awesome float. Love a good Western.
Happened right here in Minnesota.
I wonder if they know there is about a 5-foot gap that would lead them to freedom right behind them.
And following,
I love the beard.
Following just behind, we've got the Big Lake Ambassadors and the Muppets. Animal! Big fan, big Muppet fan.
Of course, Miss Piggy with Kermit as her puppets.
And that again is the Big Lake Ambassadors. Always great to see the Muppets out and about, still getting work after all these years. Perennial greatness. And here we have Bach to Rock School of Music in Coon Rapids, playing some great live music for us. And they are
Scream
sounding
on the
great.
drums is rocking out.
Rocking and
What's
rolling.
that?
Rocking and rolling here in downtown Anoka. Also, I believe Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce member, Box Rock. Always great to see so many local businesses supporting the community and participating in this one-of-a-kind tradition. And here we have the Sibley County royalty close behind. On a duck boat, we have Miss Sibley County Morgan, Sibley County ambassadors Jada and Ashley on board today. And I like the vintage boat. That's really quite something.
I wonder if those ducks know that they can float. They don't actually need a boat.
Everyone likes to be on a boat. I'd even be on a boat today. And here we have Minneapolis Aquatennial ambassadors.
Princess Hannah Wilson, Erica Bake, and then the Queen of the Lakes, Annie London.
And their float is Candyland themed, the iconic board game. That was a favorite of mine growing up. I remember playing that at my grandmother's house when we would spend the night there as kids.
It is. Seems to be a long-lost board games. Not a lot of people bringing that to board game night anymore.
No, might be a little old for it, Billy. We got the Sibley High School marching band just behind, out of Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota. And there's Thriller number 5 from the talented young musicians in Sibley High School. Just behind we have RJH Outdoor Maintenance. Another spooky maintenance vehicle there. And some great face paint of some of the folks walking with that parade float. That takes time. That takes dedication. You love to see it. We got their stump grinder, looks like.
Yes, providing stump grinding, landscaping, brush hogging.
And we have the,
skid steering
just behind,
services.
we've got the Buffalo Princess and the ambassadors. Buffalo Days is the third weekend in June. We have Miss Buffalo Erica, Buffalo Princess Amira.
Just behind the Wicked Float.
Wicked Float from Howard Lake Royalty. Wicked for Good, promising to be one of the biggest blockbusters of this winter.
Yes, Wicked proved to be a very successful picture itself.
We have their royal ambassadors aboard as well as Glinda and Elphaba. And that beautiful, iconic pink and green color scheme. Just behind, we have the folks from Carlson Toyota. And a great looking crew in tow.
More craft services from Carlson Toyota.
We always appreciate the folks dropping candy off at our table here. Never turn my nose up at it, that's for sure. And we have here the St. Paul Winter Carnival Royal Family for 2025. One of the Twin Cities' great winter traditions. Honking their horns for us there.
A couple more Western themes.
And aboard that float, we have Princess of the North Wind, Shakira, Prince of the North Wind, Mike, Princess of the East Wind, Jenny, Prince of the East Wind, Clayton, Princess of the West Wind, Samantha, Prince of the West Wind, Randy, Princess of the South Wind, Michaela, and Prince of the South Wind, Dan, as well as Prime Minister Brooke, Queen of the Snows, Tessa, and Boris Rex, John.
I'm bad at Roman numerals.
Roman numerals. I'm not quick enough to know what number that is, but it is a large number.
And now for the Leo and Stitch float, another animation to live action
New London
picture.
Spicer ambassadors there.
Ariel and Emily.
Makes me dream of Hawaii. And here we have the Isanti ambassadors on their USA-themed float, promoting Isanti Rodeo Jubilee Days in July. Aboard the float is Miss Ambassadors Hannah, Tori, and Chloe, and Junior Ambassadors Ariana, Savannah, and Lila.
Now Spring Green entering frame.
And they've got some great riding mowers. Some Super Mario costumes here. And you can see we got kids rushing for the candy in front of our tent here. This is just a lot of fun. These kids are going to have full buckets by the time the parade is through here, Billy.
Why trick or treat when you can just come to the
well, why
Grande
not do
parade?
both? Here we have Jackson Middle
That is
School
also
from the city of, from Champlin, Minnesota, and their marching bands. Great work there from the talented young musicians at Jackson Middle School in Champlin.
Another staple in our community.
Absolutely. Billy, you're a musician, is that right?
I was a proud trumpet player, as all trumpet players are.
Were you ever in a marching bands?
Yes, for a short time until sports took over my life and the schedule had major conflicts with it. Unfortunately, I always wanted to continue marching band because marching and pep band are my favorite piece of music to play. It's all much more contemporary and upbeat.
We have here the Paynesville float. The Paynesville royalty.
Celebrating Town and Country Days.
And riding with Paynesville today, we have Princess Sarah, Princess Taylor, First Princess Maggie, and Miss Paynesville, Kayla. With another Lorax-themed float. That's 2 in a row today. I would never have guessed we'd have 2 Lorax floats. Of all the Seuss works, the Lorax.
I know there's a cat in a hat running around here somewhere by our tent.
And just behind we have the Amory Community Club. A Superman-themed float. And there, you may not be able to hear at home, but we've got the Monster Mash now for the first time here. Mark your clocks. 2:09 p.m. First Monster Mash drop at Anoka Halloween. At least that we've been witness to. And we've been witness to several floats so far.
Little pause in the parade.
And there's a great look at our crowd here. It is a great turnout. It's chilly, it's brisk, it's a nice fall day.
So glad the rain cleared up for this parade.
Absolutely.
I'm sure everybody is.
You know, since I've been participating, I've never had a really, truly cold day. And we got Lonsdale Royal Ambassadors here. We've got Miss Lonsdale River, Junior McKaylee, Junior Juliet, Miss Gabby, and Little Adeline. And the Lonsdale Community Days is every second Saturday in August.
Looks like they have, at least Miss Lonsdale is coming with
The Alice in Wonderland theme there. You have the Rice Street Royalty just behind them. Astronaut theme. We have Princess Heather, Queen Ziana, and Princess Haley.
That's a great job working with perspective because they really put us outside of our Earth looking in with the aliens. Really sells the fact that they are in space.
Now, are
I
they
love it.
aliens or are they interdimensional beings? That might be a little bit of a deep-cut Indiana Jones reference for the folks at home, but...
Well, if we're referring to Crystal Skull, they are interdimensional beings, but I do acknowledge that aliens play a big part in our society.
And here we have the Justice for Katie float crew and their float just behind.
Yeah, go get the money. But while you are driving to work, don't you text on the phone like a dummy. Hands free, hands free. That's the way it's gotta be. Hands free, hands free. That's the way it's gotta be. Hands free, hands free. That's the way it's gotta be. So put down your phone, auto reply saying leave me alone. Don't be a toe, keep your eyes on the road and follow the law so we all make it home.
And they are promoting driving distraction-free, which is very important.
In honor of all those we lost way too soon, we celebrate them on this day. We want everyone to know that we want you to have a good time.
Following that, we have Pit Squad Rescue. Animal Rescue.
With a little lion leading the way. I don't know if we can get a shot of that.
Got some great animals from that rescue organization here joining the floats, which is just adorable. And as both dog owners, Billy and I, can say, rescue dogs are the best dogs. And we've got Thriller again. And that brings our total up to 6 Thriller needle drops at Anoka Halloween today. We're getting up there. And again, from Pit Squad, we got a lot of good boys and good girls accompanying this float. Some great looking dogs. Following that is the Belle Plaine Royalty on another Lorax themed float. Did I miss something in pop culture with the Lorax this
We
year? It's
absolutely
awesome.
missed the memo. We should have showed up as Thing
Yeah.
1 and Thing 2.
That seems to be a trend this year. A lot of Lorax. I like it. Got the truffle trees and the Lorax himself. We have Miss Belle Plaine Ella, first Princess Tay, second Princess Allie Williams, excuse me, and then Miss Congeniality, Kalia. And their barbecue days are held annually the third weekend in July. And the city of Belle Plaine. And the Sanderson sisters are making an appearance, representing Miss Minnewaska.
Celebrating Starbuck Heritage Days.
We have Junior Queen Peyton, Princess Emily, Queen Messa, Princess Haley, and Princess Brooklyn on the Hocus Pocus themed float, one of the great Halloween classics. Following that is Miss Czech Slovak of Minnesota and their Disney Princess themed float. We have Junior Ambassador Allie, Junior Ambassador Kayla, Second Princess Kaylee, and Queen Gianna on that beautiful float. Red, white, and blue.
Followed by the Spice Girls.
And they are the Belgrade ambassadors. We have Ambassador Bree, Ambassador Cadis, Junior Ambassador Oakley, Junior Ambassador Eleanor, and Junior Ambassador Addie on the Spice Girls themed float. Following them, we have the St. Paul bouncing team and the Andover High School bands. Excuse me, that is the Blaine High School marching band.
Who might have perfect attendance for costumes.
Got a lot of Shrek themes here.
Great variety of pictures.
Another talented drumline. Then we have Miss Waterville. From the Waterville Chamber.
The nice fishy themed.
And we have Miss Waterville Kayla, Miss Waterville attendant Abby, Jalen, Eleneka, Astrid, Junior attendant Ella, and Junior Miss Waterville Emma. You have another ambassador program from Sifton Fest. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
And another Hocus Pocus poet.
Another group of Sanderson sisters. Here we have Carissa, Haley, Brenna, Brooklyn, and Aurora representing their Founders Day Festival. Just behind there, we have the Maple Grove Ambassador Program.
And what do you know?
Another Lorax theme.
We should have
had a Lorax counter. We have Ambassador McKenna, Ambassador Page, and Ambassador Sabrina on that fantastic Lorax-themed float. Here we have the St. Paul Clown Club joining us today. Bringing the fun. Got some unicycle riders, some bicycles. Send in the clowns. Or perhaps Attack of the Clowns, if we're going with a Star Wars pun for Mr. Lucas here.
My most ambitious project by far.
I'd say Attack of the Clowns sounds like a low-budget B movie from like the 1980s or something. Probably would be great. Another wicked themed float here from the North Hudson Pepperfest royalty. And they've got a great football field up on their float there.
Sponsoring their Pepper Festival.
Never heard of their Pepper Festival. I'll have to check that out. That sounds great.
Well, Seamus, you can go to www.pepperfest.org. Check that one out.
You know, I actually will. On this vote, we have 2026 Princess Bella, 2026 Princess Adele, 2026 Princess Claire, 2026 King Rick, and 2026 Queen Anika. Representing North Hudson. Just behind that, we have the Miss Frances Royal Ambassador Program on an Alice in Wonderland themed float. Got a great looking crew up there.
Another big picture represented today, Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. Kind of started the Disney remake trend, actually, at Alice in Wonderland. We have Miss Frances Ambassador Grace, Miss Frances Ambassador Chelsea, Little Miss Frances Ambassador Aubrey, and Little Miss Frances Ambassador Allie. And they're sponsoring their Pioneer in the Park Days. Just behind that, another Lorax-themed float.
Before
Billy.
we move on, that is number 3 for Monster Mash on the day.
We have
But
another
yes.
Lorax-themed here from the float from the city of Lino Lakes and their ambassador program. The 2025-2026 Ambassador Delilah, 2025-2026 Ambassador Sophia, and 2025-2026 Ambassador Ella. And if you're keeping track, Lorax is far and away the most popular float theme this year, which is a surprise to me, but a welcome one, frankly.
And just behind them is the Anoka Kindness Rock Garden, bringing kindness together, celebrating their Make a Difference Day.
With the Minnesota Kindness Alliance.
And why don't we all just remember to be kind to each other.
And the Kindness Rock Garden is just underneath City Hall by the river. If you haven't visited, it's really lovely. You've got the beautiful mural there, and
Just right next to the little free library.
exactly. We've done a story or two on the Kindness Rock Garden and the folks that make that beautiful space what it is right here on QCTV.
A great organization.
Great organization and friends of the show. And more bubbles. Regaling us with beautiful bubbles. We have the Montrose ambassadors coming in behind. Coming into your frame here. And they are brewing trouble. We have Royal Ambassador Jaden on the float representing the folks in Montrose.
A very creepy graveyard float.
Decapitated mannequin heads are a very nice touch.
Bringing it back to Halloween.
Exactly. So now we have the Maple Lake Royal Program. Maple Lake Irish being represented here. I mentioned this on the air last year, but my grandfather is from the great city of Maple Lake, and his mother, Millie, lived to be 101 and a true staple of Maple Lake, much like the ambassadors themselves. Here we have ambassadors Layla, Kaylee, and Ellie in their Barbie-themed floats. Fantastic float there. And a great costume on the little kid on our screen here. Coming up behind them is T10 Construction. More craft services at our table here from the folks at T10 Construction. Always appreciate it. Classic black and orange Halloween. Some great balloon work there. We've got some great apes here. You can see that on your screen. They're making a lot of noise and having a lot of fun. That's awesome. Reminds me of our colleague Taylor Johnson, QCTV alumni, and his ape costume that he would prank us with from time to time.
That's right. Winter Kuharski sure knew that costume all too well.
Yes, and now we have another Barbie theme float from the Waverly Ambassadors, and it's the Barbie Dream Float. And they are looking very Barbie-esque up there. We have little Waverly princesses aboard. And we have another Dr. Seuss theme. We've got the Cat in the Hat this time from the Albertville Friendly Library Floats and the Albertville Ambassador, the Albertville Royalty Program. A lot of great books, children's classics spotlighted there, and supporting their free little libraries, which is a great program. Just behind that, we have Kendall's Tavern and Chop House being represented, with Perry the Platypus leading the way. Recognizable only by his hat, otherwise I would think it was just a regular platypus. And they're giving out lots of candy here as well, the folks at Kendall's. Following Kendall's, we have the Veda Mental Health Collaborative and their floats. Some beautiful flowers there. Looks to be constructed from paper plates.
Closely behind them is the Coon Rapids Cardinals marching band.
That's right. And Veda Mental Health is out of Coon Rapids as well.
Little Mario with his cart in the front seat.
Getting nice waves from that crew there. All right, here's Coon Rapids Cardinals marching bands getting ready to gear up for another number. Fine rendition of what I believe is their school's fight song. The folks at home. And great costumes from the Cardinals here today. I love the Pac-Man themes that you're going to see on your screen in just a moment here.
That is a great,
there they are.
Great take on the Pac-Man ghosts.
Do you know the name of the ghosts?
I do not. Inform
Inky,
me.
Pinky, Blinky, and Sue, I believe.
Was that from the Pac-Man picture?
No, that's from the arcade game. Following Coon Rapids, we have the Girl Scouts River Valley. Handing out lots of candy here.
With
and I know
Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce leading the way.
Now, I know it's not the season, but this would be a great spot to set up a Girl Scout cookie sales table.
I say it's never too late.
Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde. I was fact-checked live on the air here. Sue is in Mrs. Pac-Man. That was the table we had. And a great KFC-themed float.
The terrific Colonel costume.
I believe that's the city of Jordan ambassadors there. And the Colonel is their ambassador, which is a great idea. Following behind, we have the Dessel Ambassador Organization, and they're celebrating their Red Rooster Days Labor Day weekend with the largest chicken barbecue in Minnesota. So fitting that they're following the Kentucky Fried Chicken. And here we have the Litchfield ambassadors. We have Princess Kaylin, Miss Litchfield Brooke, Princess Reagan, Junior Ambassador Hazel, and Junior Ambassador Brooks on that Wizard of Oz themed float. reminding us that there's no place like home, especially if your home is in Litchfield. And here we have the folks from St. Stephen's Catholic School right here in Anoka, looking absolutely angelic.
With some great craft services.
Thank you. And those angels are looking great. It's adorable. Here we have LeBrun, electric heating and cooling. Oh, almost had a wipeout there. All good.
LeBrun James Electric Company, followed by
The Koki and
Hamilton
Mass
float.
Post Royalty on their Hamilton theme float. We have Miss Congeniality Emily, second Princess Lucy, first Princess Jules, and Kalaki Queen Olivia as Alexander Hamilton. And we have the Montevideo Fiesta Days float just behind them. We're getting great waves to the camera from those fine folks. And we have
like
Queen Michaela.
Yes, looks like Paw Patrol themed floats.
Sure looks
themselves.
like it. Coming onto your screens now is DIY Exteriors, WHY, DIY. Designing water features. And they've got Left Shark. If anyone remembers that. You know what? I'll say it's a Jaws-themed float. Why not? I'm making an executive decision as Steven Spielberg. That's a Jaws-themed
I think
float.
you have the power to do that.
And coming
Steven.
in behind them is the Osseo High School bands, our neighbors to the south at Osseo High School. Great beats from their drum line there. Sounding great.
I always liked Osseo's colors.
Yeah, orange and black
white,
is
black.
awesome. Fits the town.
Absolutely.
And here we have Fairyland Rescue with some more lovely dogs coming our way. And they're doing just a fine job, these dogs. Having a great time. It's a great day to be a dog in a parade. The only
Nice hot dog leading the charge.
That is one hot dog. Only downside to this is I do want to go out and pet all of them. We have the Glenclo Royalty and the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo here. Representing the Glencro Royalty. And on that float, we have Little Miss Glencoe, Aurora, Glencoe Junior Princess, Glenclo Princess Beth, Glenclo Princess Alicia, and Miss Glenclo Denali. And Glenclo Junior Princess Mercedes, I missed that one. Then we have the Granite Falls Western Fest Royalty coming up next here. They're looking great on their firefighter themed float. And reminding you to charge your clock and change your batteries. We have Queen Riley, Princess Riley, Princess Kennedy, Princess Ashley, and Junior Princess Lauren representing the Granite Falls Western Fest.
Great reminder to always take high ground.
And we have behind them the Elias Academy of Irish Dance. Some great high kicks there. I have a lot of friends that did Irish dance growing up. Coming from a big Irish family, it's surprised that none of us did it.
More skeletons coming up behind.
And they are from the Royal Order of Klondike Kates.
It looks like Sheamus after a couple of Guinnesses, that skeleton.
Too true, Billy. And here we have representation from the St. Paul Winter Carnival Junior Royalty. And this is the Klondike Kates. Excuse me, I jumped the gun a little bit. Another Alice in Wonderland themed float, looking great. Getting some smiles and waves to the Mad Hatter, Queen of Hearts, cards, and of course Alice herself. Following, we have the Silver Lake Ambassadors on their tropical Lilo and Stitch themed floats. And we have Lizzie and Amelia representing Silver Lake and their Polacheski days in July 31st, August 1st, and 2nd.
Here's a party.
Here's
or a carnival, I should say.
A circus in the Coon Rapids Royal Ambassador Program. And a great float from our neighbors at Coon Rapids here. Now the 2025 Petite Ambassador Kendall. And 2025 Teen Ambassador Afton. And some great inflatables on that float.
I'm getting an absolute kick out of that handstand clown.
Just behind Coon Rapids, we have the Polk County Fairest of the Fair. And we have Fairest of the Fair attendee Rose, Fairest of the Fair Adeline, and Fairest of the Fair Aubrey representing their city here on what I believe is a Tangled themed float.
You would be correct.
It's favorite movie of my wife's, Tangled. One of her favorites, anyway. And they're coming to us from St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin.
And they hope to see you at the fair.
The last weekend in July.
A couple of Legos handing out candy there.
And those Legos are from Bricks and Minifigs in the city of Champlin. And I will just remind our audience again that QCTV won its first Emmy Award very recently. The Upper Midwest Regional Emmys, our talented producer Corey Lang, won an Emmy for his story on Bricks and Minifigs. So if you have not seen that, what are you doing? Check it out. Well, don't click away from this broadcast. But as soon as you're done, check out our Emmy Award-winning story on Bricks and Minifigs in Champlin. Great local business, especially if you're a Lego fan, and a great story. You'll be able to meet some of these fine folks up close and in person.
Opening a new tab never hurt either. If you wanted to
you
watch
can certainly open a
simultaneously.
new tab.
I think we'll allow that.
And Jack Skellington making a first appearance here from McCarthy Auto World. Now, Billy, Nightmare Before Christmas, is it a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? Or both?
I would say if I were to give it a rating as a Christmas movie, I'd give it a 6. As a Halloween movie, I would give it a 7.
All right. All right. I watched that movie in November. I split the difference. It's a Thanksgiving movie.
A perfect Thanksgiving movie, I'd say.
And we got the city of St. Michael royalty following here in a beautiful castle. shaped float. Celebrating their days and nights. We have Miss St. Michael Robin, St. Michael Princess Naomi, St. Michael Princess Faith, Little Miss St. Michael Cecilia, and Little Miss St. Michael Kennedy.
Building a grand castle for their royalty.
And their Days and Nights Festival is the second weekend in August. Coming up next is the Roberts Royal Ambassadors. Hey, and E.T. is making his first appearance. And another Sanderson Sisters themed float. Aboard the Roberts float, we have Roberts Royal Ambassador Ella, Royal Ambassador Renata, and Royal Ambassador Emily. I love the ET representation. You don't see that much these days.
You don't. Definitely my favorite character made out of Play-Doh.
Did killer numbers for Reese's Pieces the year that movie came out, though. I'll tell you that.
Do you see any dividends from Reese's Pieces for that still?
No. That money
That's a
dried up
shame.
long ago. And we have the Clear Lake Civic and Commerce. And we have aboard that float Junior Royalty Princess Ava, Junior Royalty Queen Josie, Second Princess Kennedy, First Princess Amelia, and Miss Clear Lake Alexis. Represented there on another Alice in Wonderland themed float. Reminds me of the Mad Hatter Tea Room in Anoka. Here we have Clara City. And their junior ambassador, Evelyn, Ambassador Abigail, and Ambassador Maggie. Sporting the Winnie the Pooh 100-acre wood regalia. And looking to be having a great time. They're celebrating their Prairie Fest days, July 9th through 11th. Here's some engines revving up behind us. But before that, we have the Monticello ambassadors. We have Avery, Lily, and Ella. On it seems to be a Grease-themed float. It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Another one of my wife's favorite movies.
Shout out John Travolta and the Nice Werewolf waving us hello.
And we got some loud bikes here. I don't know if you can hear that at home. I'm glad my ears are covered. And coming up behind the Harley Davidsons there is the Abate State Royalty. And they're promoting motorcycle awareness. And I'll say it, they're doing a good job. I'm very much aware of the motorcycles that are here right now.
Their Young Riders Foundation. Helping young riders get ahead of safety of riding bikes.
Hey, here's an Anoka Halloween staple coming up here. We've got Boogie for Jesus back at Anoka Halloween.
I will just let him take it away.
Look at him, Boogie.
Looking for Jesus!
Shout out to our graphics team for the fantastic disco ball graphic, enhancing the scene here in the city of Anoka, and Boogie for Jesus. I mean, talk about a float that speaks for itself. He's doing some great crowd work. That man's got some moves. I love his jacket.
That doesn't get you excited for church. I don't know what will.
And here we have the Cambridge ambassadors. They seem to be staging a jailbreak from state prison.
And if you're keeping count at home, that is thriller number 7.
Thriller number 7.
Oh, no, it's not thriller number 7. That is Michael Jackson's Bad.
Ah, okay, there we go. I can't hear
it. We jumped the gun on that. It meshed with the motorcycle noise.
Yeah, it's a little hard to hear over the
Nick's
headphones
that
here.
on the counter. But I guess it makes sense. Those prisoners are bad.
And joining us from Bikini Bottom are the Woodbury ambassadors. In the SpongeBob SquarePants themed float. Looking fantastic. Love the umbrella jellyfish. That's a really nice touch. I don't get jellyfishing much these days. I used to hang out at jellyfish fields. We have Little Woodbury Prince Isaac, Little Miss Woodbury Brianna, Senior Queen Shirley, Woodbury Prince Brayden, and Miss Woodbury Lily. And those are the folks that we can see on our side of the float here.
With, of course, Right Shark following behind.
And we're all mad here. And we're all mad at Robbinsdale for the Robbinsdale ambassadors here. And another Alice in Wonderland themed float. Seriously, Mad Hatter should be handing out business cards to all these folks. It's great. We have Robbinsdale Princess Amelia, Robbinsdale Junior Ambassador Charlotte, Miss Robbinsdale Jazzy, Robbinsdale Ambassador Bella, and Robbinsdale Ambassador Jackie on that float there. All smiles and waves to the city of Robbinsdale. And here getting their hair done, we have the folks from Posh 22 Salon. And we got some pretty bold hairstylings there. Looking great. Never seen a skeleton rocking a do like that before.
And here is Anoka Champlain Fire Department coming in closely behind them.
We've got Hulk Hogan from King's Throne Portable Restrooms.
Had a little bit too many Slim Jims, he told us.
And the iconic white trucks of the Anoka Champlain Fire Department are rounding off the parade here. Billy Jr. got a fun fact about why the trucks are white, but I'll wait till we can be heard over their sirens.
Does it have anything to do with Halloween, Seamus?
Not to my knowledge. If I'm remembering the story correct, it's been a little while. So our Anoka Champlin Fire Board may have to correct me on this if I'm wrong, but I believe the horses that used to pull the fire trucks way back in the day, 1800s, early 1900s, were white. And so they honor them by having their fire engines painted white. It's a great piece of Anoka and Anoka Champlin history.
We actually did a great story with the Anoka Champlin Fire Department. We tagged along to a fireman training day where we got an exclusive look on how they train in firehouse rescues. A great story filmed by Winter Kuharski and edited and produced by Corey Lang. You can check that out on our YouTube channel or at QCTV.org.
And of course, we post many, if not all of our stories on our social media as well. So give us a follow on Facebook and Instagram. I believe we're at Quad Cities TV on Facebook and Instagram. We're also on X at QCTV. And then subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a follow.
That is youtube.com/QCTV, if I
That's
remember
correct.
right.
That's correct. Got the water vehicle there from the Anoka Champlin Fire Department for rescues on the Mississippi. Well, thank you for joining us here on QCTV. Billy, thank you for being here with me.
Well, thank you very much. You know, we might have gone a little bit too far in a couple areas, i.e. maybe this beard. But
Hey,
for the parade, it was amazing.
It was another grand day in Anoka, and it was great for me to be back. So thank you for Billy and QCTV for inviting me. And thank you at home for watching and joining us. Your support really does make a difference for community TV stations such as QCTV. Again, be sure to give us a follow. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Visit our website, QCTV.org. We're covering all things Andover, Anoka, Champlin, and Ramsey. Watch the post live at 2 p.m. on Wednesdays, live and local. What's the next show coming up, Billy?
That is in Anoka on November 19th, live at 2 p.m., so make sure you tune in for that. And also tune in every Wednesday, like he said, to the post at 2 p.m.
Thanks for being here with us. We'll see you at next year's Anoka Halloween.
Have a grand day.